I just love this idea somebody came up with using this 4xe plug-in for air compressor. I just think it's super cool. First time I seen this, I'm like, I gotta get one of those if I ever get on board air. And my lovely wife bought me a air compressor for Christmas, so I purchased this. So can't wait to get it all hooked up and ready to run. Today's garage day. I've got a project I'm doing on the Gladiator. I'm going to install the Rough Country twin air compressor, and I also broke down and bought the 4xe air supply hookup for the outside of the Gladiator. I got this at Grimm Offroad. I was trying to look up and buy everything individually, see how much I could save, and it wasn't a whole lot. And honestly, these things are pretty much out of stock everywhere I looked online. So yeah, I just went ahead and ordered it. It's a nice kit. So yeah, let's get started. All right, first things first, gotta take the seat out. 4 bolts, 4 torque bolts, I should say. I ran over to Harbor Freight and got a got this for I think 10 bucks, and it is number E12, whatever that is. So E12 torque socket. I don't know why I struggle so much with these electrical connectors and clips, but I could not get them unplugged from underneath the seat. So I just moved the seat forward. Pretty sure I got plenty of room. There is a drain plug down here. I'm going to try to snake the wiring through it and see if I can get to it and run it up to the battery. I had my snake out, but I was able to fish it through the hole and right along the frame and come out right here under the fender. I can see the aux battery. So I should be able to fish it up through here, and hopefully it reaches. I'm gonna put together this 4xe panel. It comes with a plate that pops right into the 4xe panel. I just need to basically cut this rubberish piece off and everything should fit fine. Tab out of there. So it looks like I just need to drill 1 hole, so this that'll mount on the back side of it. Alright, and it's a torque bolt, or good old torque screws. Not a fan of them. $8mm nuts. All right, so I got this on and I bought this dust cover for this just because, and now I can't get the door to close. But if I take the dust cover off, the door closes. All right, so I noticed this, I needed to put a spacer on those two, and I pulled it back out just a little bit. I put some washers on this other side just to pull it out to make sure I had room, and plenty of room. It closes now and stays shut, snaps shut. So all right, I've been messing around with a way to mount this underneath the seat. I did not buy an under the seat mount, but I did have a mount for the back of the bed. Originally, that's what I was going to do. I was going to mount this in the back of the bed. Bought a nice mount off 813 Design, and I started installing it a couple weeks ago and test fit and everything. And the more I looked at it, I'm just like, yeah, I really don't want this in the back of the bed. So instead of asking if I could return it and maybe get a store credit or something, what have you, or get a refund, I decided to cut it up and butcher it and use it for underneath the seat since I already paid for it. Wish I would have put more thought into it, because really I don't think this needs any heavy mounting. It just needs to not bounce around, and I've got plenty of scrap metal laying around here where I could have did that. So anyhow, I think I've got it to where it needs to be, and I'm going to throw some paint on it and mess around with some other stuff and hopefully mount it tomorrow. All right, I got the wiring run. Not gonna lie, it was a pain in the ass. So I brought it up right down through here. I took my Dremel and notched out that tray. You gotta be careful because there is some wiring down in there. I've got about 3 extra inches in the inside by the seat until I get it hooked up, so hopefully I can stretch it and it won't be too tight. So on to the next step. All right, well, I've been messing around with the wiring. Got it run down, got it running across. Of course, I had to jump it, make an extension, but yeah, I'm getting there. Alrighty, now it's time to run the airline over. Not sure how I'm going to do that. I may try to run it underneath the middle and then up, or I'll just follow the same route as my wiring. Crawl under there and check it out. Okay, so I forgot to turn the camera on as I typically do, but I got the hose ran. I gotta go get some more plastic tubing to put around it. So I ran it over across the back. I didn't want to put too many connections on this, but I did put one right here. And this is the push to connect. So when I go, if I have to take this off, I can just unhook it here. I've got plenty of wire back there for the wiring, and can pull it out pretty easy. Now, my antenna mount wouldn't fit over here, so relocated it and kind of had to make like I had some plastic, I don't know, spacers, bushings, something, and ground one down, made it angled, so I've got a firm fit. So yeah, it's coming along. I gotta wait on one more fitting to hook up to the inside of the compressor. I gotta get some wiring stuff for tomorrow. My bus bars will be here tomorrow, so yeah, as soon as I get that stuff, maybe tomorrow night I can get this buttoned up. Might help if I get the right size. Let's see if I can reroute that DC-DC charger wire. Probably should have rerouted that before I put the battery and everything back in. Just took it up the same way. I tried to. Might be taking that back out tomorrow. Alright, so I got everything buttoned up except for the compressor mounted down and seat in, which is a good thing I don't. But, you know, I was all excited and got everything done. Everything looks really good. And I went to flip the switch and the compressor won't work. Well, it really burns my ass. But, yeah, the compressor won't come on. I tested the voltage going to it and going to the switches and back. Tried different switches and, yep, it won't work. So, yeah, after talking to Rough Country and, of course, Amazon, I'll have another one here hopefully Friday, maybe Saturday. They're estimating Friday. So yeah, this weekend I'm gonna start all over. Well, not all the way over, but pretty darn close. The only thing I'll have in here is my airline, so stay tuned. Alrighty, here we are a week later. Got the new compressor. I tested it before I did anything else, so I didn't make another dumbass mistake this weekend. Reran the wire back up through, and I've been messing around with my wiring. It looked a little disorganized. It does look more organized, even though it's still a little cluttered, but I've got quite a few things. I've got the winch shut off. I gotta put a couple bus bars on here for different things, so I didn't have everything hooked to my terminals. It's my switch for the DC-DC charger. The only thing I hooked to the terminal was the full switch box over there. So yeah, I've got that all buttoned up. Everything's plugged in, ready to go. Now I just gotta put the compressor in. So I've got it sitting down here. I've got a little bit of extra air hose in here. I also spliced in the constant power wire for my 12 volt to the cargo dog boxes that I have. You know, when you open them, the lights will come on. So I can plug it in and it'll have constant power. So yeah, moving right along. Before I put the seat in, let's make sure it's still going to turn on. It is running. All right, that makes me happy. Let's put the seat in. Okay, it's in. Done stamp. I dig it. Nothing's rubbing or binding. Fit in there pretty good. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Well, I got my Thor's Lightning air down and up kit out. Get the tires around 20.3 psi. I had to hook it up a little different and use my extension that I used anyhow with my other portable compressor, so it all works. Open the valve. See how long it takes. I figure it's going to take, I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes maybe. I'm going to stop it at 9. I'll check the pressure, but I want to go see how warm this thing's getting. Make sure nothing's on fire. I mean, you know, it's not really that warm, but I'm going to leave the door open just because. But it's, yeah, the top of it's really not warm. Let's see where we're at. We're at 37, so I'm guessing, yeah, Did I save a whole lot of time? Not really, I don't think. It's still gonna take, you know, 10, 11, 12 minutes to get aired up. 15 minutes, we'll just say 15. Yeah, it is what it is. I dig it. I just like the setup more than anything. I wasn't trying to save time, but I do like not having to use my portable, waiting for it to cool down before I can put it away and stuff. So yeah, I like it. All right, well, took 11 minutes to go from 20 psi to 40. Pretty much at 40 and pretty much at 11 minutes. So not a huge time saver, but I really wasn't in it for a time saver. I just wanted the wow factor.